Hey guys, ManicMina here. Sorry I've been away for a little bit. Things at work got really hectic, and with the Halloween event, I didn't have much time. Today we're going to be covering egg groups because I'm going to be doing a little mini series on breeding. So jumping right in, PokeMMO has a couple of different egg groups. We have Monster, Water A, Bug, Flying, Field, Fairy, Plant, Humanoid, Water C, Mineral, Chaos, Water B, Dittos, Dragon, ones that cannot breed, and then genderless. So going off of that, there's a whole bunch of different classifications. This might be confusing for some people, but I'm going to clear it up for you real quick. One thing to note, a lot of Pokemon actually have multiple breeding groups. So if we look at the starter Pokemon Squirtle, it has two breeding groups. It is in the Monster group as well as the Water A group. So if you have a female Squirtle, you can breed it with a male Pokemon that is either in the Monster group or the Water A group. Now, this is a useful thing to take note of because whenever you look at egg moves, which are moves that are only learned through the breeding process, you would need to know what group the different Pokemon are in to see what eggs you can get. There's a really useful forum post by Roy Rogers on the PokeMMO forum, and I'm going to have that in the comments, but I'm also going to be covering it in my next video, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. So for this one in particular, I know that Water Spout can be transferred from a Pokemon that is in the Water A group to your Squirtle. So this is a really popular egg move that is put onto Squirtle, and so you would need to find a Pokemon in the Water A group that has the move to breed it with a female Squirtle so that it can get the move. And of course, with breeding, whatever Pokemon you're wanting to get, so in this case we would have a female Squirtle breeding with another Pokemon, it would end up being a Squirtle. During the breeding process, you do lose both of the Pokemon that are breeding, which is completely different from the games, but it is a mechanic that works well for an MMO because otherwise it would be way too easy to get shinies and just overrun the GTL with things, and it would really just mess up the economy. So it does suck, but it is understandable. Now, whenever you're breeding, you'll get the female Pokemon. Whatever species it is what you'll get. So in this case, it'll be a Squirtle. Now, I'm going to go over some of the other egg group, like the cannot breed and genderless Pokemon, to kind of just give you an overview on those. So, Pokemon that cannot breed are going to be the baby Pokemon. This is Pichu, Cleffa, Igglybuff, Mr. Mime Jr., Riolu. They have to evolve before you're able to breed them. Also, gifted Pokemon, so Pokemon you get in the storyline, so your starter or any, like if you traded with an NPC to get one of those Pokemon, the Snorlax that shows up that you can catch, those are not able to be bred because they're part of the story and they are a gift. Moving on to the genderless Pokemon, these are going to be Pokemon like Staryu, Magnemite, Voltorb, Beldum, Porygon, and a couple of other ones. So these genderless Pokemon can be bred, but it takes a little bit more to breed them. What you would need is a Ditto, because a Ditto can pretty much breed with any Pokemon that is able to be bred. So if you wanted to breed one of those to get higher IVs or moves, you would need a Ditto for that. Real quick note, there are Pokemon that are genderless Pokemon that have an egg group that isn't genderless. So the ones that are genderless cannot breed with another Pokemon in their same egg group if it has a gender. They also can't breed with other genderless Pokemon. The only way to breed these is through a Ditto. And while we're on the subject of Ditto, Dittos can't breed with each other. They can only breed with other Pokemon. It's impossible to breed a Ditto with another Ditto to get higher stats. There are Pokemon of only one gender. Miltank is one of them, which is why you see them so cheap on the GTL. Whenever breeding with a Miltank, you will always get a Miltank. This is a word of caution for breeders just starting out. I know I made that mistake thinking I found a really cheap Pokemon to be able to breed up and then breed with another Pokemon to boost IVs and stuff. No, Nope, it doesn't work because it will always be female. So just a word of caution, don't get a Miltank and think that you can breed it with something else and get something else. Now, there's a lot of different aspects to look at whenever it comes to the different egg groups and Pokemon breeding in general. Looking at the egg groups, you will find that some egg groups are generally going to cost more on the GTL. This is regardless of IVs or their natures, because it's all about supply and demand. So if this isn't really something that is demanded a whole lot, then you might find that it's more expensive to breed. Notably, the genderless Pokemon can be extremely costly to breed. So I think for right now, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up on the egg groups. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them below. I will help you as much as I can. And in the next video, I'm going to be covering egg moves, and then from there, I think we'll actually get on to our breeding video. I might do that one first. I haven't actually decided yet. Again, guys, I'm so sorry that I've been away for so long. Life just got really hectic, but I'm going to try to make more videos. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys mean so much to me, and I appreciate y'all so much. So make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on a video. If you have any questions, drop them below. I'll get to them as soon as I can. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you'll have an amazing day. Bye!